Okay, this is only the 15th time around doing this. Not really, but I just upgraded my home computer. I'm using a entry-level gamer's laptop. It's Radeon graphics with a Ryzen 7. Let me get I think there's a couple of details I left out there. 4000 series Ryzen 7. With AMD Radeon graphics. And the brand name isn't important, but if you must know, it's an Electronics, thin, spelt with two N's, 15. And to give you an idea of where its power is, it'll run X-Plane 11, 70% detailed graphics. You have to turn it down to 70% or it starts going cattywampus on you. It won't run Microsoft Flight Pro. Forget it. It can't handle it. All right? So it's an entry-level gamer's laptop. But an entry-level gamer's laptop is a great video editor. You people crunching 1 hour YouTube videos out there on a regular desktop business machine, oh, you're suffering. You're taking 2 hours to crunch a 1 hour video. A gamer's system will crunch it in 5 to 10 minutes. Zip, because it's using VRAM instead of your computer's CPU, and its internal RAM, which is much slower than VRAM. It uses GPU, which is on your video card. It has its own computer chip with L1 and L2 cache, and then it has VRAM for RAM instead of just RAM. So it's just a rice rocket when it comes to dealing with videos, and it uses that to crunch the videos. That's what people don't understand. Software will send the instructions to that card if it's capable, but if it's one of these laptops that uses shared RAM for video, forget it. You're stuck with the turtle. But I am happy with that. Now, the operating system is the latest Linux Mint Debian edition. They've gotten away from Ubuntu's and the Canonical and all this other. So some of that stuff is good. It was a hard decision to make because even though Ubuntu breaks a lot of the free-spirited hippie rules of Linux and has some closed source code in some of the drivers and stuff, it's a very functional distribution. And for that reason, I can't blame people for using it because it works a lot like Microsoft Windows. And the reason why I get into Linux is I don't want a computer that acts like Windows. But a lot of people do. And so Ubuntu works. But so doesn't Mint. And the previous Mint versions were not strictly Debian, like Linux Mint 20. Linux Mint 17, those had a little, they had apt repositories, which the Debian version doesn't. Actually it does have repositories. What you can't do is add, what do they call those? They're third-party software, untested, unsecure platform, PPAs. You can't add a PPA to some Yahoo out there in California that made this one special video capture program, and you got to log into his PPA to get all the dependencies to make it work. You cannot do that with LMDE. Okay, they won't let you do that. It does use this thing called Snap. I'm having a foul odor in my mouth about it because all of the Snap programs seem to be sluggish and a little buggy. It's like I enjoy this thing called Notepad QQ. And if I leave it up and running all day long without closing it out and opening it, my right mouse menu just disappears. It whites out on me. It takes a long time for it to boot up. Let me show you that. Oh, there we go. All right, now if you look down here, I'll just click on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. This is a gaming laptop. And it took 6 seconds for the bum to open up. And if I minimize it and leave it open all day long, if I want to cut and then paste with the right mouse button, I can't. I have to hit Control V. It starts getting cattywampus after 5 or 6 hours of idling in your taskbar. So come on. The built-in text editor doesn't do that. I think that's Gedit. I could be wrong on that, but they're plain boring. Yeah, the white text editor. Here, I'm clicking on text editor. 1.5 seconds. Boom. So, I mean, it seems to me programs that I install with Snap are very slow, resource hog, and you really got to want the program to put up a Snap. That's the way I look at it. I don't go whole hog with Snap. I really back up. Because it hasn't proven itself to me yet. It's one of these new... it's tried and not tested. That's the way I look at it. Testing takes 10 years, and already I see issues with it. Just everything works slower than molasses that you download with Snap. I don't know why. That's it. But anyway, the nature of this video, I've told you what I have for a laptop, an operating system. The problem is I have the same old problem everybody else has with this software. I don't know why guys like me worship it like it's God. But I'm guilty of being a member of the hippie cult called Audacity fans. And Audacity's had this one problem that they arrogantly will not fix, and they hide behind a prettier face. Oh, we don't have the code, or we can't do this, or we can't. Yes, you can do it because everyone else is. Simple Screen Recorder does it. OBS is doing it right now. And this is an open source code, non-patented environment that we're in. Pay it forward, hippie style. All Audacity does is have to ask Simple Screen Recorder people, how do you do it? And they'll send them the code. But we need, what you hear is what you get, output tap in Audacity. And they refuse to do it. Now, if there's a hardware tap, like a Sound Blaster card, Audacity will pick up on that and you got it. It'll work. But these stupid Dell laptops and even this Rizen flavored motherboard, holy crap! These combo ports do not work in Linux. I don't know why Linux has such a poopy pants pissy problem with combo ports. But a combo port is you get one hole with 4 conductors. 2 is the earphone jack, and the other 2 will line in. But when you're dealing with Linux, the line-in never frickin' works. Period. And for some strange reason, they can't fix it. Now, they do have a legitimate excuse. People like Dell, IBM, Lenovo, and electronics, they're not giving away their hardware device driver code. They're not, it's locked up. No, you can't have it. You have to reverse engineer it yourself and figure it out on your own. And the folks at Linux, I guess they're too busy, making pretty little rainbow-colored flowers and frogs for their new operating system to do something actually functional. Like get our combo ports to work. God, I don't care what an operating system looks like. I want it to frickin' work. But it doesn't. So, solution. You have to create a new stereo line input to your system. And the only way to do that, and I'll show you a small version, if I haven't lost it. This is a USB sound card. Now, before you go into Amazon and buy the cheapest $8 one you can get your hands on, it's not going to work. Okay? If you want the bare bones minimum, this $16 one is it. Sound Beast. It works, but it's got a problem. That's why I'm not using it. Hello. Duh. Now, if I had a Windows machine, it probably would be easier because there's software to boost your sound. I could, a nice graphic equalizer and just take the master and crank it up and everything would be fine. Not so easy in Linux. Now, you can fool around with Pulse add-ons, ALSA add-ons, and you can end up blowing up your system. This is why I don't do Jack. All right, Jack, I call Jack off. because that's just what that software is. As productive as it is for the propeller brains out there that know how to use it, ignoramus guys like me that just want to get the job done in a simple task like Audacity recording a YouTube movie, come on! What the hell's wrong with you? I'm not going to go through 3 days of blowing up my shit just to solve that problem. Idiots. And so now I'm going to spend $50, $60, $70 to solve this little poopy pants pissy problem that they have. I'd like to just send them the money and make them pay the $60. But anyway, here it is. Now, with this PYLE, you have to be careful. This auxiliary plug-in here, let me show you. Jesus, why do I... Well, the one thing I'm using on top here, these are very easily damaged, okay? And I had to do this video a second time because I have pulled it out and listened to what happened. Okay? And it's just flimsy, all right? It's a real heavy cord. It's going straight to the microphone. It's a stereo microphone. But I wish I was using the balanced input instead. And I'm going to change this, you know, $20, $30 bill is going to change this. Because this mic takes a balanced cord front to back. Then I'll plug it straight into here. And it'll be a lot more stable. Because these 1/8 inch earphone jacks, you shouldn't be plugging anything heavy into them. And I did. And I blew 20 minutes of the last recording. I have to do this all over again. I could do a voiceover. Oh, come on, please. I could go to a proctologist tomorrow, too, but who wants to? So now the PYLE, let me shrink me and bring you over. Oh, come on, poopy pants. There we go. Just like the sun I never had. And video capture device. Screen. Boom. There we are. Okay. This is the PYLE. $44.99. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, pay attention to, I wonder if I can get that picture to blow up and stay blown up. There it is. There's a couple of buttons in the middle here. And one important thing that screwed me up, and that's why I bought the Sound Beast. I didn't have to. There's a button that says line from, line in, and USB play. Have the button pushed down for USB play, and I'll tell you why. That activated the actual sound card to USB that's inside this unit. And if you don't do that, this unit acts like a standalone belt clip soundboard for a musician or a singer that wants a little control over their stuff before the engineer out front gets it for the house PA. You can throw in a little reverb. It's got some effect here. It has a 3-band graphic equalizer. I can get tinny and hissy, a muddy and muty, and that's it. You know, I mean, they work. It has RCA left and right in, left and right out. If you want to, you know, you got an old turntable and you want to convert vinyl records to MP3s, you know, hey, this thing will do it because you have a lot of volume boost. Unlike the Sound Beast, which was really, really low. I mean, with the Sound Beast plugged in, it sounded... Come on, please, give me a break. This way, I think I turned it up too loud. Hold on. Trying to go easy on the hiss here. It's really easy to get it. When you're using these 1/8 inch ear jacks, it's an unbalanced connection. And unbalanced means hissy. Little hissy, like a little kitten hissing all the time. So, I will include the link to this in the bottom. Yeah. It's $44.99. There's only like, 14 left in stock. So, and the reason why I'm making this video is by the time half of you watch this, will probably be out of them. Most of the time, now, I'm not telling you to do this, but I'm telling you what I would do, because I'm, hardware and computing is my job at a college here in town. It's what I do. And 90% of the time, if an operating system supports a brand name with one model, chances are 99% of the other models will work. So get the next step up or the next step down. But careful of the verbiage. Make sure it says USB sound card. Because some of these PYLE systems are strictly standalone, clip in your belt preamps for gadgets, and they're not intended to be used as computer soundboards. Not at all. So you have to, it's buyer beware, but I take my chances on the next model up or the next model down if they ran out of these. And I'm going to show you another thing. Behringer. Okay? Let's click on this booger right here. I saw some YouTube reviews on this. They work on Linux. It has a volume control, but I believe it's passive. You might have this low volume problem that I had with the Sound Beast. I'm not so sure of that. But you're shooting craps. Now you can boost signals with software, especially if you're a Windows user or a Mac. But with Linux, you have to install extra pulse modules that don't always work, and sometimes they blow your stuff up, And that's why I just didn't want to get down that road, because one thing I do is I use Macrium hard drive imaging software, and I back up my whole hard drive to an external USB, 500 gigabyte drive, before I touch anything in my sound modules or my MLT files, which is all my video compression codecs and blah, 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 blah. Before you touch those two areas, back up your whole system. Because I'll tell you, I've blown up more operating systems messing with Jack and QJack. God, I hate that software. I really do. And I hate it because it just brings out the ignorance of me. It reminds me of just how stupid I really am. And I hate anything that challenges me like that. And that software is just going to make you look like an idiot. And I don't want to deal with that. And all of that to just get one piece of low-grade software to work. I'm sorry, but Audacity is low-grade because they can't do what all the other free software developers out there already have been doing. One of them has been doing it for 20 years. Simple screen recorder. What you hear is what you get. System sound. Come on, Audacity, you morons. I haven't tried Ardour. I haven't tried any of the other strictly sound recording software for Linux. It seems to me the video capture stuff works. It does it. But I don't want to deal with capturing MP4s, then converting to MP3. It's like I just want to go straight from watch the movie, and as I'm watching the movie, Audacity is recording it, and I just hit stop record when the movie's over. Now I got the MP3. Put it on my thumbnail drive, go up to my car, plug it into my stereo. I'm a happy guy. No, they couldn't do it. They couldn't keep it simple. So, and, there's a lot of finger pointing, okay? It's like, oh, it's Dell's fault. They won't give us the code. Oh, it's this one's fault. They won't give us the code. Oh, it's closed source software. It's illegal. Well, tell Simple Screen Recorder what they're doing is illegal then, because they've been doing it for 30 years, and OBS has been doing it since they were born. So don't give me this crap. They haven't got a leg to stand on. If a competitor's doing it, they're in the hot water now. So that's about all I have to say about it. Just remember to push that button. Let me get back to normalcy here. Can I do this without blowing everything up? Oh, come on. Here we go again. See this? This is enough to give me cagnation of the blowhole. There we go. All right. The important thing is to get your actual sound modules to show up in sound settings. You got this little button right here. It's on the left, and you got to push that down. And because before it, nothing happened until I pushed that button down, and I heard a burp and a fart in my speakers. I went, oh, I wonder what that was. And then I thought about it. I looked at this board, and it said USB. I went, oh, wait a minute. The USB is doing more here than just being a power supply for the lithium battery that's in this thing. Otherwise, why would the term USB be anywhere on the sound part of this thing? So I opened up. I don't know if you can still see me here. No, you can't see this, so I have to show this to you. Screen. Blip. There we go. So I opened up. My sound, I think it was sound settings. Oh, there's two ways of getting there. Yeah. Then I noticed these showed up that were never there before. Oh, and I'll be. Son of a bitch. There's my line in stereo. Oh boy. Okay. I don't need the Sound Beast. So I got rid of the Sound Beast. Because I used to plug the Sound Beast up to this PYLE. Because I thought the PYLE was incapable of doing what it's doing right now. The thing is you got to have that USB button pushed down or these things will disappear. So, and there's an advantage to that. Some people don't want to add another sound card to their system. They have the $300 Sound Blaster. They don't want some $50 Chinese crapola in their expensive system. You know. Okay, so I hope this helps. I'm going to put a link to this, the PYLE in the description. You can look up the, what is it, Sound Beast. Just do a search on Amazon. If that's too much work for you, then you don't want the thing that bad. Yeah, Sound Beast. If you want the $16 solution, but it's low volume. You're just going to get a whisper out of the thing. It's a damn shame they didn't put some sort of a dB boost on it, and that would have done it. But $46, no, $49, $44.99. Oh yeah, some of you got to pay taxes depending on where you live, and then if you're not a Prime member like I am, you might have to pay $5 shipping. It's still cheap because the thing is built like a brick shithouse. It's heavy, it's solid. It's not a little plastic box with a lot of air in it. So it's really nice. It's a true booster amp. Okay, that's it for now. I want to be able to post this in one video and not cut it in half. And hope this helps.